And I'm like, what? What happened? I don't get it. Hi guys, surprise, surprise, I'm still fucking sick. It really hurts my life and my brain. And thank you for bearing with me because I don't think I've been very coherent during these 31 days of horror just for the last couple of days. I mean, I'm probably making sense, but I might be leaving something out. And can you hear the difference in my voice? This just won't go away. Anyway, I finally watched The Offering, also known as The Faith of Anne Waters. This movie is actually a Singapore film, and I really wanted to see it because of that. They have got not really a huge scene over there in horror, and the director who did this one also did a movie, I think it's called The Nurse, but he's trying to pick up horror in Singapore, which I love. You know how excited I get about international horror, so I was very excited about this. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. The movie is about a woman whose sister dies, and so she flies to Singapore where her sister and her family are to try and pick up the pieces. And when she gets there, she finds out that her sister actually killed herself. And weird ass moment, but she is actually forced to watch, not forced, but like this might be a little bit of a spoiler, not really. It happens within the first 10 minutes. The police play the tape of her suicide to the sister, which I think is so fucking weird. And they don't tell her that it is a suicide. They're like, oh, blah, 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 like, you just watch the video, and they, like, press play, and they're just, like, looking at her. I think it's really fucking weird, and not something that police would normally do. And that is one theme I found throughout this film, is pretty much everyone reacts in different ways than they would normally react. It's very strange. But pretty much she is showing the tape, and then she kind of picks up the pieces and tries to figure out what actually happened. This is really funny because this movie I feel like is trying a little bit to be The Ring, only because the sister is meant to be a journalist, which I didn't really pick up that much, but she's meant to be a journalist, and she knows someone who's died, and she's trying to uncover the secret. You know what I mean? And also, there is a 7 days type situation going on. Something's gonna happen in 7 days. The daughter of the recently deceased sister is very strange. She's a very bad actress, and I think that she was the glue that was meant to hold this whole film together, and it just didn't work for me. Other than that, I didn't think it was as bad as it gets scored. It's got like a 3.8 maybe on IMDb, and I was very interested by that because it looks really good. Like, it's a very good production value. It's a very beautiful movie. It has some scares, it has some jump scares, but I think that the point is it might have too many scares, and people might think that it's too cheesy after a while, but there is a lot of action in it instead of, you know, when you watch movies and there's a lot of build up, which I like, but I know a lot of people are like, there's nothing actually happens in this movie. This movie is full of those, and I mean, it's not a bad movie, and I'm really surprised it got such a low score, because I've seen other movies that I think are really bad that have got much better scores than that. So the movie kind of carries on and uses all these mixed mediums for scares. There's, yeah, just like CGI at one point, other points not, I don't know, like more like the Conjuring type scares, and a lot of jump scares. So I think it was cool that it kind of mixed it up, but I think that that's where it gets cheesy. And also, as I said that this movie wasn't so bad, it was kind of up until the last 15 minutes when they try and like solve the case all in this time, and it doesn't really make much sense. Like, I don't know if it was just too confusing for me, but everything else was really dumbed down to the audience. It was a very simple storyline. It was like, yes, my sister has died. You don't have to like put together the pieces, you know what I mean? Like, it's very spelt out, and then the last like 15, 20 minutes are just like blah, 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 and this disease and that happens, and then we do this, and then this person becomes back from this and this possession, and I'm like, what? What happened? I don't get it. So I'd say the pacing is a little bit weird in a way that the last act probably should have been stretched a little bit longer or stretched into the act before that. I don't know, just a little bit more balance. If you watch a movie for an hour and 15 minutes, you kind of want the last 15 minutes to make sense without shoving too much shit down your throat. You know what I mean? You want it to come naturally. Anyway, as I said, this movie isn't bad. It's good to look at. If you like possession films, definitely check it out, and you're not too fussy. I would give this one a 4 out of 10. Not the best movie ever, but not as bad as I thought it would be. You know what I mean? Like, I watched some movies this month that I've given 1s or whatever, and they've got high scores in this. Have you guys seen this movie? Let me know down below what you thought about it, and I'll talk to you guys very soon, actually tomorrow. Stay spooky, bye.